they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Returning it, Justice Hill. Justice Hill. And just shutting him off there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Officially, it's an 82-yard kick return. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Mayfield into the secondary past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Mayfield off the play fake. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season. tackling, because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second down and goal. Mayfield toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Dobbins, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins punching it in from a yard away as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Powering his way forward. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Antonio Brown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Mayfield on play action. He finds Corey Davis. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it. What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. First down, Mayfield. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry. Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well. I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on. Play action. Now Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Brown. He'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his tight end ball. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here's 2nd and a yard. And Jackson throwing once more. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. A solid pickup of 5. A very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. Touchdown! It's complete. Mark Andrews from 4 yards out. And the Ravens continue to pull away here this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Mayfield throw complete there to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Mayfield looks to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Three yards remain for second down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That is definitely what we call a defensive uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Eluding the pressure right. Blinks through the contact. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Jackson's going to keep it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw going to be caught by Davis.
Davis fighting. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Tucker's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third.
Picked off at the 45. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's got a man, Corey Davis.
And he is going to have a Browns first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Mayfield with it once more.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Justin Matabike
drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's Sam Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 47. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Tucker's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And incomplete on the deep ball.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now we'll get whistles and they signal for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday